Today's Marvel Snap deck highlight is two great flavors that taste great together, Mr. Negative and Deadpool. Deadpool, destroy aficionado and fan favorite. When this card is destroyed, return it to your hand and double its power. Mr. Negative, on reveal, swap the power and cost of all cards in your deck. These two cards might not look like they have a lot in common, but they do have one really important thing in common in every deck I've played with them. The decks that these cards are contained in tend to look very different in the games where you have the namesake, Deadpool or Mr. Negative early, and the games where you don't. And this mashup between the two decks gives us two different, pretty powerful things that we can be doing, where some of the games we have Deadpool and we do a powerful thing with that, and some games we have Mr. Negative and we do a powerful thing with that. We also have some other key overlap between the Mr. Negative and the Deadpool Destroy archetype in Null, whose total power is the numbers from cards destroyed that game. This becomes a 0 energy base 6 power card when you invert it with negative, as well as Arnim Zola, who can destroy a random friendly card at its location and create copies across the board, letting you double up that Null, who is also a really powerful card with Mr. Negative, being again another 0 energy 6 power play. I wasn't expecting a lot from this deck when I put it together, but it really impressed me with my session on stream today. We played it for a little over 2 hours, and honestly, I had to leave some sweet games on the cutting room floor just to get this down into a bite-sized highlight. Remember, if you want to see fuller length cuts than the short 15 to 20 minute cuts that I put here every day on the Hoaglandia Snap channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland has full stream archives. It gives you not only a more organic look, but also much fuller length content than what you see here. Speaking of here, make sure you snap that like button if you do enjoy what you see in this highlight, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I post a condensed deck highlight like this 7 days a week. I'd love to see you back again sometime. For the rest of today, enjoy some Deadpool Mr. Negative action. Speaking of that action, a key thing you'll want to take note of in this game you're about to jump into is that my opponent's Iron Lad happened to copy Titania, which means we can make it jump across the board for this sweet play that you're about to see. I'm gonna do this and then this. This is the play, because then I take the Iron Lad and then I eat it. This is sick. This is actually fucking perfect. Huge 5-head. Huge gameplay. Sometimes I wonder how my brain fits in my skull, chat. It's a fucking miracle. Fun. Null, Century, Darkhawk, Silver Surfer. Series 3 soon. I think it's just this, right? Spread them out.
Victory.
I have to snap because they're probably leaving after we start, right? They might be leaving anyways. But, you know, we're here, we're vibing. Supposed to play Forge into the Nebula path. Well, I guess we're doing nothing again. That's fine. Yep. You know what? I'm probably supposed to magic here, right? I'm probably supposed to magic here for the sake of keeping Nebula small and giving my Venom more things to eat. Friends. Are you better off Zolaing Iron Man or Zolaing Null? If I Zola Null, I end up with 26 power things here and here, right? And then we just slide Iron Man in here to give us a bunch on the left as well. Zola last and let the RNG decide. I think Zolaing the Null gives us the most numbers everywhere. If I was playing for keeps and laddering up, I would snap this hand in a heartbeat. Everything we want to be doing. Psylocke on 2, negative on 3, Carnage those 2 on 4, Magic on 5. Just like absolutely delicious. Can you replace Psylocke in this deck? Not really, unfortunately. Playing negative on 3 and playing Magic on 4 are both pretty important things to be able to do to make this deck consistent and powerful. Ooh, they're also a Carnage enjoyer. Things to note. The vault is not like things like Kiln. The vault explicitly closes on turn 6. If you generate a turn 7, it reopens. Another thing to think about here. We haven't seen my opponent play Reality Stone yet. So without Reality Stone being played yet, I don't think I could reasonably Magic on 5. We'll see what we draw. Yeah, Wave could be in their range too, though, is true. That's true. Magic is good into Wave. We could Magic on 5 and simply play like they're going to get rid of it on 6 as a possibility as well. Yeah, with that Killmonger especially. I think that's going to be my play. I'm going to Magic on 5 because they could be waving us. And again, I'm sliding this into here because I think they have the possibility to destroy this. And if they destroy this, I want to be winning the vaults. Cool. And Magic plays around Wave here in a way because it means if they want to get rid of Limbo, they have to only play Reality Stone, and then that's not a winning play for them. I guess I could like Reality Stone plus Death. I guess Reality Stone Death She-Hulk gets us. Play Null in the middle, play around that. We should Zola the Magic. No, I think I want to be able to Zola the Null next turn, right? So I think I just play Null. I think the opponent might be in the tank about Reality Stoning our Limbo, thinking if they can win the game. We do this? Wait, what if I do... Yeah, I think this is right. I want to leave stats in the middle. This will leave me 12 in the middle. I want to leave 12. So if I do the Venom stuff first, the Null gets slightly bigger, but the Null's already going to be like 40 points, which should be big enough. And this way, I get to leave Venom as a 12 statter in the middle, so they have to add points to the middle to win it too. Yeah. Yeah, so we could... Yeah, they can't... This sets us up to be winning all three. So they would have to, like, Shang one of these while also adding 5 to the middle, which I think is hard for them. The issues with the Destroy archetype have to do with the fact that the tech cards in this game are too good. More so than the actual numbers on the tech cards themselves. I mean, it's not even just Cosmo and Armor, right? Like, even in the games where you beat Cosmo and Armor, you also have to manage priority for Killmonger and Shang-Chi on top of that. So it's not even as simple as just be like, oh, okay, well, you just, like, you deal with Cosmo and Armor, and, like, you're good to go. You sail off into the sunset. Yeah, this deck gets countered by people that aren't even thinking about or trying to counter it. It's like literally the Thanos meme. It's like, you took everything from me, Armor and Cosmo, and they're just like, who the fuck are you, Venom? Why do we care? You're not playable. Any advice for me as a player who's short a few key cards to build a good deck? Yes, I would recommend don't net deck. I know that that's very different than a lot of other card games, and I say that as someone who loves net decking, but like, net decking in Marvel Snap is an incredibly unsatisfying experience until you are Series 3 complete. For people that are new to card games, net decking refers to the process of copying decks you found on the internet. And again, I don't think there's anything wrong with copying decks you found on the internet. Like, that's a good way to approach it. But Marvel Snap's collection system is simply not conducive to copying decks you found on the internet. until you have a big, deep collection. The cards that MODOK destroys go to no. No, MODOK discards. He doesn't destroy. There's a difference. Hoping to draw Zola here. There's our lad. If he can't do it, no one can. All their cards are, chat. We null before we are him. Maybe, I don't know. Let's just play for all three, right?
I am Iron Man.
I don't get the hat trick if I don't do this.
Victory.
Not fasting on one is worse if we draw exactly Psylocke, but if we draw exactly Psylocke, the hand's so good that it doesn't matter. Again, just vibing on the Bast. You're mostly turn 3 Basting in this deck. Play this here to start powering it up. We'll leave this open as our Artem Zola path. How do you feel about people saying deck-based matchmaking is real? Atuma Jubilee. That's a decision you are allowed to make. The people saying deck-based matchmaking are real are people who fucking suck at Marvel Snap and need a desperate excuse other than I need to get better for why they can't win their games of Marvel Snap. They don't understand what confirmation bias is, and they're probably not very smart and susceptible to other conspiracy theories and shit like that in the real world outside of their video games.
I am Iron Man.
The developers have told us point blank that there is not deck-based matchmaking, and if you think the developers are going to point blank lie to you, I don't know why you're still playing Snap. The Marvel Snap developers have never given us a reason to think that they lied to us. They will not tell us something or skirt around telling us something, but they say nothing rather than lying. Has been the experience that they have provided so far. Absolutely no reason to think that they're lying to us as players. Harry, thank you for the 22 months. It would, yeah, not only that, but what someone in chat just said is 100% the truth. Not only is it silly to think that it's real to begin with, but it would be incredibly fucking difficult to implement deck-based matchmaking and then have the algorithm work. And there's no way they're spending a bunch of time doing something difficult that creates a worse player experience. It is purely something players tell themselves to save face rather than admit they need to get good. This probably beats even a good Hela here, right? This game is gonna make it into the YouTube video. And to all of the people that took personal offense and unsubscribed to my channel for calling you out about your deck-based matchmaking conspiracy theories, good. You won't be missed. People like you don't make good community members to begin with. That's all. Snap the like button if you'd be so kind, and check back tomorrow for another deck highlight.